Earlier this week, a friend sent me a link to watch a documentary on the company Netflix. Now, I'm familiar with the company, but have never really researched them before. It was fascinating. They were founded in 1997, and if we worked for them back then, we'd be spending a lot of our time interfacing with the post office, managing our inventory, creating algorithms for popularity of certain movies. We'd be researching the size and shape and thickness of the envelopes to ensure we had the most effective way of mailing DVDs back and forth across the nation. It was a very particular business with a certain business model, and it required their employees and their talent to have certain knowledge and skills. Well, you fast forward to 2007, 10 years later, and they had a strategic pivot. They recognized that internet proliferation had increased and access to broadband had increased. The storage costs for data had decreased, and streaming quality had dramatically risen, so they abandoned their entire operational model of mailing DVDs back and forth, and they pivoted to a streaming service, and it was wildly successful. 4 years later, in 2011, they had another strategic pivot where they recognized their customers were binge watching shows, so they started to create their own content. This is not a promotion for Tiger King or anything like that, but they recognized changes in behavior in their core constituencies and their customers, and they pivoted. Now they're in 190 different countries, and their own original content makes up 40% of their revenue, and they no longer mail DVDs back and forth. If we worked for Netflix since their inception, we would have been employees that had three very different business models requiring three different types of talent and knowledge and abilities, but it'd be the same mission. It's the same product, the same value add in providing entertainment flexibly to people's homes. Well, I think we're going to look back at 2020 in the future and see that this was a pivotal year for a shift in education. Not just higher education, but all of education. I don't think we will rebound as quickly to normal or any sense of it that we're really familiar with because of the coronavirus pandemic. I think our customers, our students, our communities, our employees, I think everyone's going to have a new purview, a new reality of how to deliver our mission. Now, our mission's not changing. Our value's not changing. We're still going to provide knowledge and skills and credentials and degrees, and we're going to validate information and knowledge. We're going to inspire people. We're going to change the trajectory of their lives. We're going to provide self-empowerment and self-actualization. But how we do it, I think, is going to be dramatically different in the months to come. And the tools that we use to do it are going to shift. We're already seeing that now. We are 6 weeks into this pandemic, and we're already talking about Zoom and Canvas and Cranium Cafe and all these different tools and systems to enable us to do our core mission and to provide our product in a different way. Same company, same mission, different business model. Similarly, all of us as employees, I think, have an opportunity to pause and project forward and anticipate what are the skills we'll need to have in the new reality of how we provide our services and our programs and fulfill our mission. What are the new tools we need to learn? What's the new language we need to become familiar with? What is the value added that we can bring, not to be reactive, but to be proactive? How can we foreshadow what's coming next and then meet it there instead of wait for it to happen to us? So I just wanted to let you know, you have my unwavering commitment and my support to help you in any kind of evolution or pivot you would like to make. I think we are not at the end of this in any ways, we're just the beginning. In fact, Winston Churchill once said in 1942, after he experienced a very pivotal success over the Allied forces, he said, and I quote, "Now is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning."